Nemesis. Log number 2-44. Iberian is of Caminoan race, a lanky fella with long limbs and even a longer neck, from an almost extinct species of researchers and scientists, a rarity to see these days. His ancestors single-handedly invented cloning and are to blame for the infamous Clone Wars. They are considered to be a smart bunch, and he must have decided to put his mind where the money is, to be in charge of the guild. He has 2 guards by his side, one human and one Caldor, breath mask wearers, with the rest of the face looking like a space scorpion, with half his body augmented and modified, resembling a battle droid. At this point, Calypso and I have to part ways, split up to carry out our individual tasks. She gives Iberian some time to settle, and then walks up and sits at the bar not too far away from his table. It's impossible for such a beauty not to draw attention of the room, including Iberian's gaze that follows her to the bar, studying her like a true scientist. Before long, he decides to get up and join her, keep her company. They start conversing. I can't hear what they're saying exactly, but in the back of my mind it reminds me of the situation, how essentially her and I have met, brings back the memories. Next thing you know, they are getting up and heading away. She invites him somewhere private, with Iberian leading the way, to his own complimentary chamber, granted by Kino and reserved in his name, which I wish could have been Callie's and mine honeymoon suite. If we didn't have a job to do, everything's going according to the plan. The 2 guards are following them close behind, and I trail the guards, keeping some distance in between to make sure they don't spot me. Through many twists and turns of the corridors, I shadow them all the way to the suite to make sure Calypso and Iberian make it there without straying off the path, and to determine the exact location of his chamber. Now I need to go back and meet up with Reese. He's not the one doing the undercover work and playing one half of the happy couple, because his face is too fucked up and grotesquely memorable not to stand out. Reese is waiting for me by the ship and receives the news with a look of indifference on his face, as if he knew nothing could have ever gone wrong with this immaculate plan of his. Black body fitting, assassin-like outfit enfolds his entire body, tactical harness wrapped around his chest, several devices for later use, and as he slips on the mask, he is fully packaged. Tinted rod goggles for eyes and a respirator to breathe through, full incognito. We start making our way back to the suite, avoiding anybody from seeing us. He's mostly staying silent, besides telling me to stop and hold position at times. Wait out until the coast is clear. He doesn't want to be seen, even with his freaky costume that makes anyone unrecognizable. Try to shoot the shit, pick his head, figure him out, but he's not cracking, not giving anything up. A tough guy, feeding me one-word replies without leaving anything on the table. We halt once we spot the 2 guards at the little corner of the garden right in front of the Iberian suite's entrance, a lonely tree with orange and yellow leaves inside the circle of the seating area, the zen before the storm. No one else is around. Reese whispers to me to follow his lead. He pulls out a ball that looks like a plasma grenade and tosses it at the guards. The human one reacts quickly and grabs it to throw it away, which he succeeds in, but to his surprise, once the grenade explodes, it makes 0 sound and only emits a blinding light, which he is directly looking at. Reese jumps out from our vantage point and I follow suit. Since the human guard is blinded, in the meantime our target is this bionic Caldor motherfucker. He pulls out a double-bladed sword and is ready for an attack. But before you know it, Reese dodges his swing, jumps over him, and plants a device on his non-bionic back. Device goes off and the guard freezes paralyzed. Same fate finds the human guard, and just like that, both of them are immobilized and incapacitated. Mind you, these are elite top-tier, best of the best soldiers. Pretty impressive footwork, I must say. The guards are stuffed in the cleaning droid's utility locker as we take their uniforms and passes to aid with our escape. We enter the chambers, and here they are. She's bare in the bed with only a silk sheet partially covering the blue of her magnificent body. He's standing in front of her, still clothed. Reese taps me on the shoulder, and I can feel a sharp pinch run down my nerves.
Nemesis.